charges effectively, you can actually CS and harass quite effectively.
Right.
So I do favor the Quap, but I'm wondering if it really warrants that much of a pick here.
Well, we'll see how they're able to make it work out. Quap, for the most part, she's been seeing a little bit more popularity. When I say lately, I mean over the last couple of months. I mean, there was a time when she was basically bottom tier, like no one picked her, tried to do anything with her. We've seen teams be a little bit more liberal in trying to use her here and there. Still feel like she is a very one-dimensional hero. And for Team Tinker, I mean, it's the same thing with the Ursa. I mean, he needs a snowball, the Quap needs a snowball. They just can't afford to lose momentum. If EG takes 2 or 3 big fights in the mid-game, they're just not going to be able to recover well at all. However, on the other side of that, you've got these huge mechanics. You've got RP into Sonic Wave, RP into 3-man Earthshock into just chewing people's faces, which is what Ursa does very well. So they certainly have the ability to make things happen. Are they going to try Roshan? Is this going to happen? I hope it does. Yeah, they're going to give it a shot.
Oh,
they got some wards there. Yeah, I think they did, didn't they? Yeah, this... Oh boy. Let's see how they want to go about this. Yep, there's going to be the Astral Spirit, and Sing Sing's very low. They're going to know that they're caught. Arteezy's right up front, drops down the Remnant. Midnight Pulse was skilled level 1 by Zai here. Not really accomplishing a lot. First Blood's going the way of EG. Quakefa hasn't placed the point yet. Has Blink, will have to use it to get to the high ground. Still has about half time on Gale. I'm shocked they didn't decide to continue to pursue there. He got caught with that Gale and still had a lot of time and a lot of slow left on it. And level 1 Blink has a fairly long cooldown, 12 seconds. So either way, EG draws first blood. Team Tinker trying to be cutesy, and yeah, not as cute as they would have liked.
I like how EGM walked back in the pit like, let's go guys, let's just try round 2.
Exactly.
I'm very curious and wondering why they still try to go for that after smoking all the way down like this and then back into the Roche pit. Even without a ward there being spotted out by EG, I think they get it, but it would have taken them a lot longer. But that's pretty, I don't know, that's pretty presumptuous to think that they wouldn't have a ward down already. At least, maybe not in this spot, but I mean, Peter has it down here, which they did see. If they weren't spotted by the smoke, maybe they get it, but they wasted too much time.
Now, speaking of wasting time, Zai being messed with by Sing and Bulba. And Zai also, I think maybe a little presumptuously, decided to place his first point into Midnight Pulse, anticipating what, I can only guess, anticipating a bigger engagement at the Roche pit and thinking that damage would be much more valuable. But he's going to be slowed down a little bit here early on. Wow! 2-man Gales, they just walked right on top of here. Sing's dead again. Just for free. Like, that's really the only way to say it. They may be able to get Bulba. Bulba has Nightmare. And yeah, there's the Echo Stomp. Boom. Rotation coming. Nope, nobody on the way. They could have killed Bulba if they had just decided to keep Zai on pursuit there. What is going on? This is it's a weird one.
Bulba will sleep him, but he's going to have to walk all the way back to base. I don't even know how they get that kill on the Fear. Like that.
Yeah, like what were they doing?
Their only shot is to sleep and first of all, Bane was in the back side. It was Wisp going up first, which was already a mistake. If Bane goes first, maybe you get to sleep into Skewer, but even then I think there's a return kill because they knew the Enigma was there. Like, he was leeching experience and kind of screwing with them a little bit. So I don't know. I think Tinker's a little bit maybe tilted from last game. Their shenanigans not working, but yeah, things are not going well for them. EGM is actually playing, as I didn't mention this, the Ursa. He's taking a lot of damage. Arteezy overload charge. One more auto attack, gets the extra vision uphill. Actually, he's not going to get EGM. Peter needs to hit EGM. He's not going for it. He went for Sing Sing.
Is he going to dive? Yeah, he's going to dive.
Spirit.
Got him. And PPD making the right decision, I think. Giving himself in exchange for the Ursa is well worthwhile. Arteezy actually should have killed him anyway. He had Vortex and never didn't use it in any of that. And I guess he was just trying to stack his overload charges up. I'm sure he's much better at mana management than I am, so won't second guess too much. However, that makes it 3-1 and a death on EGM. And this has largely been a 2-on-1 lane in which Arteezy's absolutely had his way, by the way. 15-1 for him, tops on CS. EGM has farmed 4, has 4 CS at 3 minutes in what has been largely a 2-on-1 lane.
There's a chance they kill Quakefa up here too. Quakefa has 1 blink. It's a very low range at level 1 as well. And he's actually going to take some damage here from Universe. Doesn't use the blink now. If Ichi gets it, if Peter gets a really fast stomp, he doesn't get it in time. Nice try though. If he gets that, if Quakefa's sleeping for 1 second, he does die there. He might even still die actually. Peter gets the extra movement speed. 395. Okay, no, Quakefa will have it up in a second. Yeah, he's going to have to blink away. But that range, look at that, is really awful.
No, he's still
is he going to go for this?
Yeah.
This might be enough damage. No.
Oh, so close. Koikva, yeah, having to bottle up off the courier. So PPD playing aggressive. How about some aggression in mid as well? Here's Bulba there to help out. Man, that's a nice little sequence. They got the Enigma as well. We were watching top, and I didn't even see that they had dropped the Enigma at the same time. So just like that, Team Tinker in what seemed to be a very raggedy start to this game, too, finds themselves sitting at 3-3. And it's still EG's lead by a comfortable margin, but at the very least, they stopped the bleeding and are beginning to get some clotting done, I suppose.
Well, Arteezy's level 5, though. That's a big problem for them. 21 CS, free farming against an essentially offlane Ursa.
Yeah.
And the offlane, which was supposed to be a 1v1 quap for against the Tidehunter, Tidehunter is now doing better than the quap because of the pressure that he's been under. And even before that gank, he was actually not even that far ahead of Universe, which is interesting because that's the lane that I think the quap dominates. But Tide never really loses a lane, so that's kind of one of the reasons you pick Tide in the first place.
Arteezy in trouble. Bulba gets to sleep. Here's PPD. Echo Stomp on the money. Got them both. And they're going to focus Sing Sing. Sing Sing has tether up at 4 seconds. Bulba low behind. There's the Vortex onto the IO. Bulba cutting his way through the trees. Here comes EGM. That's going to be enough. A little bit of that was a little weird, actually, from these two. It seems like they were kind of splitting their attention, and I think if they hadn't, they would have gotten at least one kill. PPD hanging around. It's going to get Nightmare. Here's the Earth Shock to break the Nightmare. And EGM going to get work. Brain Sap and an Echo Stomp actually buys just enough time for him to scurry away. PPD, oh, he actually got pad. There's the Vortex. Arteezy now in trouble. He's dead. So just as badly as Team Tinker looked at the start, EG looks now. Really odd there. And PPD just basically padded himself. He got kind of hung up here and ended up dead. And Arteezy got too close for comfort and fed another one back, 3-5.
Arteezy definitely shouldn't have died there. I was kind of watching him the whole time. I don't know why he also used his Vortex on the Wisp instead of just using two of his remnants to pop the overload charges. He would have had 2 of those rather than 1 because it costs less mana for the remnant than it does for the electric Vortex. And he's actually not maxing overload, which I think is a bit of a mistake too. I know he wants the extra duration for Vortex, but I think the overload is what you do. I think it's just the best way to play it, in my opinion. But yeah, kind of a blunder there. Gives up 1 for free, but I still think they're fine. Like, look at Venomancer is just crushing mid. He's doing very well. 35 CS for him. Arteezy, despite that death, is still 30-0. Universe doing very, very well against the quap with the help he's received. So I think EG's still in a fine spot.
And talking about mid, and hold that thought as we're going to see EGM and Sing Sing. They're going to move on into the pit. And is he actually going to go for this? Oh, Sing Sing, yeah, they are. And Sing Sing only tanked this so much. He does have a bottle. And I was going to say, I'm surprised he didn't wait another 150 gold Peter. Oh, actually, yeah, now he's going to get out from there. And Echo Stomp. And EGM's going to take a bit of damage from that as well. They're going to have to try to collapse. Roche is dropping, but not nearly quickly enough. I was going to say... Oh, wow. This is problematic. Uses the ulti, gets them. Bulba's going to be Vortex behind that by Arteezy. Sing Sing in the meantime ends up dead. And Bulba, next on the list, dead. And, yeah, this is just not going great. EGM, how many... Did he TP out?
Yeah.
I was going to say, how the hell did he get home? Anyway... This has not been a good place for Team Tinker. This is the pit of sadness.
Pit of sadness, I like that.
Are fortified.
And they have, the thing too is if they have anyone rotate towards top and Koikva takes a little bit of harassment from the Anchor Smash. Oh, I missed that kill, but
another weird one. Zai just hung around way too long. It was way too far forward. Now Fear's in trouble. Arise did spend his RP to secure the kill on the Enigma, but Fear feels tanky. Man, they're trying to body block EGM. Not gonna make him feel that tanky. PPD, 2-man Echo Stomp. Fear being dove by Rise. PPD there. Fear makes it back, manages to get a bottle charge off, so he's okay.
Oh, Sing Sing.
Yep, Sing Sing dead.
Just disappeared with that auto.
Yep. This is an odd game on both sides. Like, that was an odd death on Zai as well. He was basically just playing up under the tower on an under-leveled Enigma. He's had a hard time. I don't know. I guess level 6 at 8 minutes isn't that bad. He's sitting at 0-2 and 2, and I'm sure would like to be further along than he is. But either way, Arise spent the RP, got the kill, but then they get the kill and managed to save Fear. So not too bad. And here we go. The Gale on EGM.
Is under attack.
And yeah, this is where... Look at this. Look at the damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
At top, we haven't seen Koikva get very active yet. When do you think is going to be the time for him to get out of lane? And Universe actually has Ravage. Thought about using it, but didn't. Held on to it a little bit longer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was a nice try by Zai. If the Wisp wasn't there with the overcharge during that, I think he gets the kill. But very close. And yeah, he didn't want to Ravage because he would have maybe got the Wisp, but I don't think it would have been enough damage. And then another bit away from King so. Black hole for really nothing, but I think it's fine. It's stifling. Look at Koikva's already going back to base again. Stifles his farm.
Yep.
Universe is on his way to a blink, which he's going to have in 1,000 gold. And again, this was a Tide Hunter that was supposed to get shut down by a Quap. I mean, there's a lot of clowning things happening in this game, like Roche attempts that are just clearly not going to work out. And yeah.
It's been a rough time for Ulrich, and you know, this is again, you know, jokes aside and everything else, this is the weakness of the hero. You haven't snowballed, you're not level 6 yet, and it's 9.5 minutes in. Your CS and net worth is abysmal, down near the bottom. Like literally only 500 gold more farmed than the 2 most broke supports in the game, and those 2 are on your team as a matter of fact. Still looking for a Vlad's, and still looking to make it into the Roche pit for the first time. And I actually think if they wanted to do this, they could. I'm just surprised they tried to take him in there before he got Morbid Mask. He was so close. And you can easily solo Roshan with just Morbid Mask on Ursa, let alone with Io's help. You can easily do that at level 5. So I think maybe jumping the gun a little bit and getting caught out now, just trying to play catch-up. But don't want to play catch-up on a snowball hero. It's really, it's usually a losing game unless the other team makes mistakes. Arteezy snags a rune and will not pursue it.
I think they could have killed Koikva there, actually. He's only got 1 to blink. If you pull him, use him with the stomp, the blink only goes 600 range away, extra 700 range away. So never mind that, you can go for 6 and an easier target. Jimmy's coming in, double RP here.
Skewer back, and Bulba's right there to follow up. And there's the ulti from Fear, though, and that's a lot of damage that's going to be output. We're going to see Zai end up dead behind the fight. Koikva's come in as well. Arteezy did manage to make it away. Now they're going to engage on the Fear. Fear turns it around. Koikva did not get hit by his ulti. He has Sonic Wave. He wants to use it. Arteezy, though, comes back in. And that was a little odd from Koikva, just sitting and trading at a loss because Fear had already taken some damage. And he was losing health a lot quicker than he was able to deal it to Fear. And he had to know Arteezy was hanging around the periphery. He just jumped out whenever things got hairy. Nonetheless, a win for EG as they get 2 for 1.
Now, when he saw Arteezy leave with low HP and mana, he probably just figured he was gone for good. But most good players will kind of stick around if they're not in harm's way directly. And that's what he did. He regened up a little bit, used maybe 1 bottle charge and a soul ring, was ready to go. And look at that, 11-minute blink arcanes for the Tide. That is just the icing on the cake here for EG. And they also put a blink onto the Venomancer with that extra kill that he just got. So yeah, EG's in a fantastic spot once again.
8-7, close in terms of kills. At bottom, Zai spotted. He has Black Hole in 4 seconds. There's a Gale, only got 1 though. Missed the rise, tried to cut through. Skewer back on the Fear though. Does he have an ulti? He does not. But the damage output just isn't there. Zai still has Black Hole, doesn't have to use it. Should get it with 1 auto attack and does. PPD in the meantime spots Koikva over there. There's going to be a 1-man Ravage, but they got the one they wanted. And just like that, 4 heroes disappear and EG is on the run. As they're going to shove down this tier 1, and they may well shove through to tier 2. And poor Ursa, he's got Vlad's brown boots, man, at 12 minutes. Like, what in the hell is he going to do?
I actually...
Just look at Arteezy, like, he's toying.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I don't know about that.
No, he was, he was hitting him and then jumping away. He did this 2 or 3 times, and I guess just got distracted and decided not to do it the last time. Well, that helps. Getting a kill on Arteezy. There's a solo RP on the Zai. Zai not going to get his Black Hole off as he will die first. Universe doesn't have Ravage. Used it to kill Quap. Echo Stomp caught 2. Universe, he's going to come on out. And yeah, he's going to jump on EGM. EGM throws out the Earth Shock. Is he going to end up dead? Fear's right there. Right place, right time. Arise, blinks on top. Wants to try to get a return kill. Will get the ulti off. Sing Sing's dead to that. Almost certainly. And yep, there you go. And they may get Fear, but it cost them quite a bit on the back. Zai, once again, a little positionally odd, and ends up dead at the front of the fight. And where did he jump from?
From the tier 1
I was going to say, I heard him coming forever, but now Koikva engaging in. He's not going to have any mana to pursue as Koikva blinks away. Bulba makes it back into the base, though, pursued by an Astral Spirit. 14-10 as the dust settles, and we're beginning to see Yeah, exactly what you'd expect. 7,500 gold in favor of EG at this point, 5,000 experience. 4 of the top 5 in overall net worth, all belonging to Evil Geniuses. And whenever you have Zai, who again really struggled for the most part early, has given up more. He's 1 in 4, for example. He's still more farmed than Koikva's Queen of Pain, who ostensibly was supposed to be in an absolutely one lane, a one-on-one versus the Tide. And Arise, given the old lay, unable to catch up with a teleporting PPD.
Well, Mag, the saving grace of the team.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle of all that top 4 net worth from EG with a nice streak bounty there from Fear. So he's their one chance back into this to get a massive RT. But again, it's kind of one of those situations you kind of have to get all 5, because if you don't, like, look at the other abilities that are going to come out. Like, if you don't get the Tide, the Ravage is going to come out. Even if you do, the Ravage is still probably going to come out. Black Hole is going to come out if you don't get the Enigma, and so on and so forth. So it's not even that great. I can't say it's not a great Magnus game, but it's a difficult Magnus game.
And it's difficult for the Ursa as well. EG has been so on point with anticipating when the Roche attempts are going to come. And so, yeah, it helps to have wards. I mean, they have one here in mid, and I'm sure spotted that rotation, at least in part. Now they're going to de-ward, but they're just always on point. And Ursa, again, phase Vlad's at 14 minutes, and he and Koikva about the same boat. 2 snowball heroes that are in the bottom half of overall net worth. 0-2 for Koikva this game, 1-2 for the Ursa. Compare that to Fierce, 7-2 on this Corvino. And EG, it's going to take a lot for Team Tinker to get themselves back into this. They need to win a lot. They can't afford to give up a whole lot more. Arise has his blink put on cooldown by Ward there. Zai has a blink and had his team behind him. I thought maybe he was going to be very aggressive there, but it looks like they just want to leave him out.
Yeah, the funny thing about this draft from Team Tinker is that they last picked this this Queen of Pain with confidence. Like they picked it very quickly. They knew that they had it in mind the whole time. But it's just I even questions if Iron was picked up. Like it could be a lane dominator, but I don't even think that's enough. Even if he does dominate his lane, which he didn't really. So I don't know how he really transitioned back in this game. He's not the fastest farm in the game because he needs his full mana pool to combo correctly in team fight. So it's not like he can spam out a couple waves and then come to a team fight, because then he has all like a blink scream and doesn't have enough for the ultimate, or maybe he uses the ultimate, doesn't have enough for a scream or the blink to get away. So you don't need that. For that reason, you can't farm very quickly on the Queen of Pain.
Slow push on the tier 2, and like you said, Koikva abysmally underfarmed. 2 null talismans, treads, and a bottle. And they can just really do this almost indefinitely. Like Zai just sitting on the high ground waiting for an overreaction. Behind that's PPD. There's that other guy who didn't actually catch anything. Invis picked up by Koikva. Maybe that'll give them a little bit of impetus to make something happen. Has a DD activated as well, so if he gets eyes on Zai, he may be able to blow him up quick. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, though. Let's see. He's going to see Fear. But the damage output just is so lacking for the most part. It's chancy for them to engage. And here we go. Relocate coming in. Size right there. Gets down the Midnight Pulse. PPD there as well. He's going to Black Hole. Got 3. 3-man Gale. 3-man ulti for Fear. And the rest of Tinker's coming in. It's going to be party to the party, though. RP's there. That's enough to kill off Arteezy. EGM ends up dead to the Earth Splitter. It's a 3 for 2 thus far. PPD did get caught by the Fiend's Grip. And Ryan's just going to TP elsewhere. PPD comes back in. There's the Ravage. That's 4 down. And Arise TPing out as soon as he recognized the situation and got crooked. So it ends up being a 2 for 4. But, yeah, unfortunately for them, once again, the Ursa not getting anything accomplished. Did at least spend his gold and grab up an Ogre Club before dying, but don't know that there's a whole lot of gas in the tank left for Team Tinker. Every time they take a fight, even when it looks like it could potentially be at least a break even, they just give up way too much.
I mean, they just kind of presented themselves to Zai, like, here, Black Hole me. Like, they just, all 3 walked up in a line, and then just like, all right, go do your thing, and then Venomancer just comboed up right nicely. You can't really wisp TP onto an Enigma like that without stunning him or initiating on him with someone else, because it's a very easy setup. The only time you can do that is when you actually bait out a Black Hole, where you just solo wisp TP, and just hope that he Black Holes just the wisp. Yeah. Which Zai was actually, if you looked at him, he was actually ready for that. Because he paused for a second, he stutter stepped, he's like, wait a second, are they going to do some kind of tricky play on me? And he actually saved the Black Hole until he knew for sure that it was going to be more than one.
Now, once again, Tinker just trying to stabilize, trying to find some way to be relevant. It's going to be a 100-second cooldown on the Black Hole, Ravage, 70 seconds, so I'm sure EG will want those two big abilities back up before they look to take another real big engagement. Zai could be dead here, as that ward spotted him. Sing Sing shows himself. Here's Universe right with him, Gush on the Sing, and Sing's dead. Sing's had a few deaths like that, not just this game, but in the whole series. EGM in the meantime, kited and cleaned up as he dies again in the river. So, I don't even know what you do. It looks like there was an ulti from Fear, and Koikva's going to end up dead here, I think. If one more auto attack, yeah. Koikva just dies, and Arise very close to dead. And they're going to get Bulba, and this is probably getting near GG territory. They literally can't even stand it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yep, I don't know what they do. Like, how do they can't contest in late game at all. This has got
Dire's
to be,
middle tower is under
they've got to
attack.
be wondering when they call the GG here, because I don't think there's absolutely any way they can get back in this game. Barring 5 times 5-man team wipes from EG, there's really no, even then, honestly. Like, I don't think their late game comes even close to EG's.
No. Like, what do you do? We're going to go back to, like, the...
Oh, here we go.
Hang on. Relocate. PPD. Ravaged. And they will get that kill. It's a mega kill for Arise. And as you mentioned, Arise really has been the one bright spot for Team Tinker this game. He's 6-1 and has been the only real player on the side of TT who's been anywhere near where he needs to be net worth-wise, development-wise, item progression-wise, and everything else. Hard to believe we're just at 22 or 20 minutes, actually, as we've had 35 kills. And we knew that coming in based on the drafts that it was going to be that kind of a game. Unfortunately for Team Tinker, they just haven't played that kind of a game quite as well as EG has been able to do so thus far. Zai, going to be spotted by Bulba. Arteezy jumps through. There's going to be the force staff. Zai can turn around a Black Hole if he wants. Not going to do so. Blinks in. Arteezy cleaned up by the Sonic Wave. Now Arise has eyes on Zai. Zai blinks through. In the meantime, heard a Ravage behind that. That was Universe. They're going to get Bulba at the very least. And Universe, though, coming in a little too brave for his own good, perhaps, is going to end up taking a lot of damage. Bulba still alive, thanks to Brain Sap. There's a Nightmare onto Universe. And I think it's going to end up being space created. As, yep, we see EGM was trying to take the Aegis, and he actually did take Roshan, but Fear and PPD able to deal with him quite easily. So they take the Aegis as well as getting the kill is on top of it. So even though it looked like it was going to be purely favoring Team Tinker, it still ends up a 3 for 3 after Sing Sing's death.
Yeah, you got to help me out here. How did Arteezy die? I was watching this Roshan thing the whole time.
I was too. Like, up here, Arteezy, they just basically caught him. I mean, like, he got bursted down. He was nightmared, and then the Queen of Pain.
Ooh, they actually got the stomp on the Koik from mid-TP. He's got very little mana, actually. One blink. Oh, the ulti from Fear totally whiffs. Unfortunately, if he hits it, he actually gets the kill. Koikva, though, he will blink out this level 4, so it's 6-second cooldown. But yeah, I thought Fear was going to blink in and try to go for the snipe, but if he blinks into an Ursa, even though Ursa can get kited out, he probably dies, so very, very close. Well, that was weird.
RP from Arise. Doing the old force staff RP. Sure does look good on camera, don't it? 2-man Gale. PPD might be able to make it away inside. He's going to have a Black Hole if he wants to use it. Doesn't have to. And Bulba, now next on the list. 2 down, and Fear's still right on him. Here comes EGM, and juggling the Nightmare just to be safe. Above that, we can see Koikva spotted by the ward. Echo Stomp is there. Zai holding on to everything. They're just spreading out. Yeah, they know he can't go anywhere. And tried to be cute, but there it is. Koikva down again. It's a killing spree.
Dire's top
And
tower
actually, never mind. The Queen of Pain actually got a kill on the PPD. That's a little silly, a little clowny.
Yes, I could have used the Black Hole if he wanted to prevent that, but I don't think he really wanted to waste it. And I don't blame him for that. So he can probably get easier 2-man holes. There's not too much to cancel it, honestly. It's just the Bane and the Madness. So he doesn't have to worry about too much. It's not like there's a ton of counters to him.
Refresher on the way for Salhil, who has had a pretty solid game, sitting right in the middle of net worth tab. And Fear being a little cutesy. He's got a DD. The Arteezy pushing top along with Zai. And at bottom, like, I don't even know. This really is just, you hate this as a commentator because I can still get hyped during the fights, but there's really only so much analysis to be done. Like, there's no item build, there's no clutch item that can or will come out for Tinker that's suddenly going to make them more competitive. They just have to out-execute and punish EG and hope that EG makes a lot of mistakes to open those doors for them.
Well, it's certainly not a Midas on Queen of Pain, because that's what she bought, and she could have had an Orchids right now. Just about. She is getting close to her Orchids, though, regardless. But like, the thing is how do you catch up against this team in late game? None of them are going to beat them late game. There's just Skewer onto Fear.
Got his whole universe there to follow. A two-man Ravage. All the Skewer did was allow Fear better position for his ulti. Arises down, EGM down as well. Fear actually forced that for safety. Sonic Wave, Black Hole from Psy. Triple kill for Fear. Make it an ultra kill. As that's 5 down. And soon to be a tier 3 down. You what?
Oh, he just bombed back and then just went there. Now he's just staying there.
There's a buyback from EGM, buyback from Bolva, and they will glyph. So Arteezy just hanging, just hanging. I think he was anticipating the GG there, and did not get it. Tier 3 down. His eye is actually quite low, has a negative earn charge on him, so they may just get a tier 3. Yeah, they're just gonna get a tier 3 and nothing else.
Oh, relocate on his eye. It's Blink though.
Yep, and there's gonna be the Gale, another nice two-man Gale from Fear, PPD. Echo Stomp, caught 2, Universe gonna run forward and gets off the Anchor Smash, and we didn't even really talk a lot about how good Anchor Smash is against Fear, so Arteezy, not bad against Arteezy either. He's gonna jump forward, Gush, RP was spent, and whiffed. Say it with me, whiffed. Whiffed. Our rise though, I think we can get
Wait,
he's actually
whiffed.
WI, I don't know. Why are you gonna ruin my fun, jerk?
Just add some H's in there. I don't know. Maybe. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up.
Yes. the relevant things.
This is important.
I'm pretty sure whiffed is WIFM. But isn't like whiff like spelled like that? Like when you like take a whiff of something?
You are right.
Yeah.
You are right. I am wrong.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
It's whiffed. Okay, call me an idiot. Give me the hey trow with the middle finger because I deserve it. Whiffed. You are correct.
Whiffed. But in fairness, though, like I think we can permit him to whiff one, at least one. He's played very well this game for the most part. And I'm actually surprised it's still going on. There were buybacks spent by Team Tinker, but looks like they want to grind it out to the very end. But it's actually a Scepter pickup for Koikva. Gets hit with the ulti, will be able to blink. And God, he's taking so much damage. He got a hit with the Veil, too. He might die. Yeah, I think he's just dead. Yeah, there you go.
Veil's insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Like when I came over from Han, feel free to exit. Love it. Some friendly GG game team banter, but yeah, I'm a.
Oh, Ravage caught 3, probably the best of the game actually, and looks like they're gonna make him grind this bad boy out. Bulba, next on the list, make it 4 down. And the route is on. As, yeah, I can show you graphs and stuff, but how about we just say EG won pretty handily.
Psy pursuing, has a Malefice done. No black hole for 17, but with his armlet, he's pumping out a lot of damage. That's right, armlet. And he will fall lots of pings, and they're going to play this one out to the bitter end. Lothar's picked up for Fear.
Serious time. They actually, EG actually called it.
Dyer's bottom tower is
EG
under
called it.
attack.
Ah, manners. Don't worry, I'm sure they hit the cancel button.
Dyer's top barracks are under attack. Dyer's top barracks.
Oh, there's a black hole from Psy. Universe doesn't have Ravage. He's going to blink on out. But just so everyone's clear, this is not legit BM. These guys know each other, play together. And PPD just being funny about it, not actually being a jerk. But down at bottom,
Dyer's bottom tower
he may end up dead here. And Fear's godlike somewhere.
No
He killed this time. Did he get Koikla again? He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
They need to feed couriers now to give more prizes.
There you go. Rapiers, please. Arteezy comes in, YOLOs it, and turns on Bulba. RP. No, he didn't whip it. He canceled it. And he's actually just messing around with it now. Not going to have to spin it. Universe there, Zai there as well. Zai blinks across, quick was in between. And there's an RP. Caught Universe that time. PPD, Echo Stomp, didn't catch anyone. And he's dead now. And they're actually just feeding. This is actually just EG feeding Team Tinker.
I bet Peter's just pissed off. I know Peter well enough to be like, alright, can we just end the frickin' game, man?
Here, look at the two-man Gale, two-man ulti, and they're dead. They're so ridiculously dead.
Oh, he killed him.
Oh, yeah, he actually denied him. Is he gonna try to do it on EGM? No.
Oh, I couldn't get it.
Fear going toe-to-toe. Battle of the Titans, got him. And Fear is 18-2 and 16 BT dubs on Venomancer. And not a bad showing for him. I would imagine his, if you got him in your fantasy leagues, you're pretty happy.
Yeah, he's going to have some nice points, isn't he? I'm pretty sure it gives you a ton for assists as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. God, is he going to have plus 20 or something like that?
What's the highest we've seen? We saw one.
I think the highest I've seen personally was like 22.
Yeah, it was like, it was in an Eastern match, wasn't it? Like one of those Raw style matches?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, EG. Let's see if they're ready to close this out and quit messing around. Not like people got stuff to do. But I don't know. I mean, probably shouldn't talk that way. I mean, we can talk theory crafting and whatever else, but Team Tinker's not exactly bad. And who knows? I've seen crazier outcomes. They actually have Koikva and Arise both in the top 3 of net worth now, too.
I mean, EG's certainly making it look bad, though.
Yeah.
I mean, last game actually was pretty fun and was definitely Tinker's game in the beginning, but they had no answer for the Naga. So despite their nice play in the beginning, EG just completely handled them in the mid to late game. And this game was, well, I mean, need we say more?
Yeah. This was not the most competitive game of professional Dota I've had my eyes on. This time, though, I mean, it's not that... Like, the reason it wasn't any better than it was is EG just succeeded exactly where they needed to. You draft a Quap, you draft an Ursa, you catch them going into the first pit, you get first blood, and then you go back into the pit again. And he actually that or splitter off the mark as well. And poor Sing Sing will be heading back to his death shortly. But they just shut down Tinker, never let their snowball hero snowball, and this is the result of that. Game 1, I feel like it was just a one-dimensional draft from Tinker, and EG was able to outlast it. So well played in both games.
Bop is actually pretty farmed.
Yeah.
She was just casually ulting. I was like, oh, she's wasting her ult, but she has an egg, so you can afford to do that. And he actually missed both, yeah, as you mentioned, the Veno Gale, the Veno ulti, the Veil, and the Stomp onto 2 heroes because of the relocate out. So as clowny as this game has been and as dominant as EG has been, they're actually getting some items on some of their cores, but, I mean, Fear is ridiculously farmed. He's actually going for a Saint Yasha, which he effectively makes him 6-slotted now.
Yep. Yeah, he is 6-slotted. Like, there's no doubt. I want to point out that poor EGM on the Ursa has had the exact same items in his inventory for the last 17 minutes or so, at least. He's had that Ogre Club for a while, and he can pick up a Mithril Hammer now if he wants to. And Zai gonna jump it. Fear's right there. Gale actually did not get him. Arteezy will follow it up and thinks better of it as he backs off. Down at the bottom, we can see, looks like Universe just really wants his refresher. He got it. Yeah, he just bought a refresher, so I would imagine with that up, they're going to be ready to go. Also, as you had mentioned, how about that armlet on Enigma? Because that's good Dota.
Yeah. Peter and Universe are like the anchor, or like they're the solid ones. They just want to win the game, and they're buying everything standard. Fear can pretty much do whatever he wants because he's earned it at 18-2 and 16. Arteezy, this is a dismal performance, but, you know, he's just having some fun this game. And, yeah, as you said, there's not too much more to talk about. Roshan here is spawning. It's the second one. Yeah, no, it's the second one.
Yep, number 2. They've been in and out of the pit all game. But Arteezy comes in, will he take it? Yeah, figured so. Looks like they're ready to make a run and maybe close this bad boy out. Down at bottom, Koikva. So what's he building? Is he building an Orchid or are you going Refresher? I think I'd just about rather see Refresher on him.
Probably. Although Orchid's quite nice against the non-BKB Enigma. Which he could have resold as well, if Arteezy puts a Remnant there close enough to the side, they'll see Koikva, but...
Oh, they got him.
They know.
And Koikva trying to be cute. They have extended side. Yeah, they got him. So, Quakefoot down for 80 seconds. And yeah, there's no buyback on anyone right now, by the way. EGM, did he? Hey, nope. Casual Ogre Club into Shadow Amulet. Could be, obviously, your post 30-minute Shadow Blade is the best way to go here. Bane actually got a kill on the middle. I didn't even see how. There's going to be the grab onto Arise. And Sing Sing going to end up dead behind this. Zai showing off the sick armlet toggles. As Bulba ends up dying as well. They're not going to call GG. They're seriously going to make them throw. Like, that's just what's going to happen.
I mean, Ty doesn't even double ravaged it. I'm sure he's pissed.
Yeah. There's Shadow Blade done on Ursa. Alright, let's see how they want to engage it. EGM is going to kill with his Shadow Blade reveal for the first time.
He can't. The universe just picked up their gem, so he can't even go in. Oh boy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's rough.
76 kills in 35
Dire's
minutes.
bottom
Not too
barracks
bad.
has fallen.
Think people would have been happy to have taken me over there. I just noticed all these effigies actually like look not stone. Is this how it's supposed to be? It's kind of confusing.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Look at this one by Sing Sing. Poof bitches get money. It's a Meepo one. I like that.
Arteezy. Yep, should have did that here. It does. Doesn't care if he's the Aegis. Last set of racks should be going down here shortly. And Arteezy on the way. Black hole. And double ravage. EG closing this one out with a bang. As they put those items to use finally. And EGM actually got caught by the Echo Stomp. They have vision. No, they don't. They'll be able to survive just because of that. And there's a skewer actually against Psy and Universe both back into the fountain. So they're dead. And there's buybacks on Universe. And isn't this just so typical? One person not going for kills. It's PPD right-clicking the racks and making sure we get out some mega creeps.
He's all business today.
All business.
And Stomp actually on the EGM. I think he can kill him actually.
Yeah.
If he can.
What a day this has been for EGM. Ripping pepperoni. What a, but seriously, like, game one, he sat in the base and used X marks the spot for 25, 30, 40 minutes. It was a 50-minute game, and he started doing that around 15 minutes in, so doing that. And this game, he plays an Ursa, and they will catch a rise, by the way, back behind that. Plays an Ursa that goes 2, 10, and 4. Been a rough one for our good buddy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well, they relocated. They're trying to get the kill on Wheeler Titan. He's got a 9-stick charge, so he'll be fine unless he gets hit by some balls, which he did. He needs to run into Sing Sing, and he does. The relocate goes down, so not even gonna get the kill on him. Oh man, and a GG is called after Rise. This Magnus' effigy has been destroyed.
84 kills, man. 84 kills in a 30-some minute game. And yeah, you play Fantasy Doto, you're pretty happy, I think. If you're an EG fan, you're pretty damn happy too, as our good friend Gianni